next comedian, please welcome Curtits Ascher, everybody.
Okay, I feel like I'm gonna puke. Whatever, just, you know what? Okay, great way to start it out. Alright, so I'm from a town called Glen Ellen. It's kind of like 45 minutes away from here. And, you know, it's like a nice town, but it's really kind of boring there because nothing happens. Like, there's no crime. Like, the biggest crimes that go on there are, like, people having their sprinklers on the wrong days. Village stickers not being in your car window. That's a big offense around there. And I used to be, like, really afraid of being kidnapped when I was little. Like, I'd always be, like, looking behind me when I was walking home from school, always afraid someone was going to, like, pull up in a van and take me away. But I'm not really afraid of that anymore because, like, one, I realized that that never happens in our town, and two, no one would want to keep me for that long. Like, I'd be complaining too much for them to even take me anymore. I'd be like, come on, let me out, his trunk is so hot. So these ropes have to be so tight, they hurt. I'm not going to run, I promise. What kind of car is this? It smells weird, I don't like it here. What do you want from me? My parents won't even pay the ransom. Like, you know, why would I even get kidnapped? And we live in this really old house in Glen Ellen. Like, a lot of the houses are pretty old because the town is from like the 1800s or something. And the thing that kind of sucks about it is that it's really creaky. Like, you can't even walk around without... And we don't have an alarm system because my mom claims that our door is too thick for anyone to get in. And, like, the windows are made out of, like, paper glasses. You could just pretty much punch them in and get right in the house. But the creaking is so loud, I guess. That's her theory. And then I go to this school called Lombard West, which is also really old, and it kind of looks like a castle. And I don't know if anyone's seen the movie Lucas. It's this movie from the 80s, and it was filmed at that school. And there's two kinds of people who go to Lombard West. There's people who talk white and people who talk black. And there's a like kind of thing that happens at the school a lot where there's like, it's a nice school, not much happens, but every once in a while there'll be a fight. And what happens during these fights is it's not, you know, you always hear that these girl fights are supposed to be like hot. They're not hot, okay? There's no like tearing or like rolling around, there's no wrestling, there's no pudding. It's all ripping and tearing and like punching in the face. There's a lot of bleeding all over the floor. That's not, I don't know, I don't get it. And there was this one fight that I witnessed where these two girls like jumped down the stairs and they were like pounding on each other's heads like that. And everyone just immediately forms a circle around. Like there's no one tried to break it up. Everyone was like, yeah, yeah. It was very interesting. And like my poor math teacher had to come out because the security guards wouldn't even do anything. Now, like we have these security guards, they're called Andy Frame security guards. And they're like the joke of the school. Like they're pretty much just drug addicts with badges on. Like they probably cause more trouble than most of the students that they're supposedly stopping from crimes. And like they're very good if you have a hat emergency, if someone has a hood on. Like take that hood off. You know, they're scary. It's a force to be reckoned with. So like I said, living in Glen Ellen, I've been coming here for 2 weeks. And we had to take the train to get here, and so yesterday morning I had what I thought was sort of a traumatic experience in the restroom at the train station. Oh, watch it. Shut up. Sorry. So I went in and I had to use the stall, number 2, and that's the worst feeling when you're standing at the stall waiting and there's like 20 urinals that are open and the 2 stalls are both taken. And why is it that the most disgusting, nasty looking homeless person always walks out of the bathroom stall like right before you're about to go in? And so I went in and I put toilet paper on the seat because I know you're supposed to do that and I've never really done that before, but I didn't want to catch like anal lice or something from this guy. So I put the toilet paper down, and I'm sitting there, you know, going, and unfortunately for me, it was one of those automatic toilets that just flush randomly for no reason. They just flush. So I'm sitting there just, you know, calm, and then suddenly it flushes, and you gotta go like, oh God, oh, what's going on? Something's gonna happen. And unfortunately for me, the toilet paper, one of the sheets, was flushed down the toilet, and I got really paranoid, so I'm kind of like sitting like half, I'm doing like a balancing thing on the toilet, like, someone help me. And I swear, if I had a time machine, I would go back and I would kill the guy who invented the automatic toilet. And then Hitler, that would be number 2. All right, thank you. Curtits, everybody!
There's nothing to be nervous about. I've been doing comedy for 12 years. You've all been way funnier than me. You're funnier than my friends. I'm really embarrassed to hang out with them today. And as far as this thing goes, forget it. If you want to use it to lean on and act all cool or whatever, like I try to do, whatever. But I'm just going to hand you the mic, use it.